Thank you for this, by the way.
Oh, you're welcome, sir. That's 12-year Macallan, my favorite. It's a $400 bottle. Very.
Is it really?
It is.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's very smooth.
It is. It is. I only enjoy the best.
You know what else is smooth? Our fans.
Very smooth.
I don't want to say fans, right? I think
we're
I'd say
fans.
our subscribers.
Yeah, whatever. Our people.
No. I just want to talk to the subscribers. All 10 of you.
Yeah, 14.
Oh,
We have
excuse me.
We have 14
wow.
subscribers.
14 subscribers.
Hey,
That's cool.
listen, it's better than 0.
It's better
Right.
than 2. It was just me and you in the beginning, bro.
Right. It was just me and you. Yeah. And my burner account.
That was so funny. I'll never forget that. I'm like, yo, it's
What the
you.
fuck is this?
I'm like, why am I able to log into this?
Pulse chain.
Oh, hey.
Hey, what's going on? It's Terror Talk. I'm Will.
And I'm Hector.
And today we are going to talk about one of the greatest horror movies of all time. Some would say it's a little bit overrated.
I don't think it's overrated at all.
I think it's accurately rated.
I think for our time,
Mm-hmm.
maybe the last, maybe I'm gonna say the last 15 years.
Yeah.
One of the best horror movies.
But this movie, I think, is, and if you saw the thumbnail, you already know what we're talking about. But I think this movie is not appropriately scary for every age group.
That's true.
I think the older audience is going to find this a lot scarier than younger people because it doesn't give you the typical jump scares and stuff like that, and like the typical
And it's
horror
not
movie
too
vibes.
scary. It's not like you're seeing like there's scary scenes.
Yeah.
But it's not like a horror movie you're expecting.
Yeah.
This ghoul, this monster,
No.
you know, like a lot of.
It's not scary in terms of you watching it, but the idea of it is scary. It's terrifying,
And the acting's phenomenal.
incredible.
If you look at the cast in this movie, they don't play no games. They were in
the
some really good horror movies.
Cast
She
is
was
fantastic.
in Signs.
Yeah. And the movie,
No.
the movie we're
She
talking about.
was not.
No, she was not. The movie we're talking about is Hereditary. Ari Aster's
We're talking about
master-
Signs.
We're talking about Signs, the scariest movie
We're
ever.
back, baby. M.
No,
Night. Let's
M.
do
Night.
it.
We're doing an M. Night list. No. The scary. We're talking about Ari Aster's masterpiece, Hereditary, and that movie is every way, shape, or form a masterpiece.
And it's not just a masterpiece just on the acting, the concept, the shots.
Yes.
Musically wise, perfect too.
Talk about the music a little bit.
Well, the thing about the music, man, is that a lot of things a lot of people don't know is that technically for this guy, his name is Colin Stetson. He's a saxophone player. And what he's able to do, he's doing his own techniques to get those certain sounds you hear in the movie.
Oh wow.
It's a lot of saxophone sounds for like the horror parts and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. I know everybody's saying that for horror movies, generally you only go up a half step. So they call it microtonality. So that's your typical horror movie thing. Like in
Okay.
Jaws, you hear it. You know, just that dun dun. That's just one step up.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Every horror movie does. Now I'm not gonna say every horror movie, but most horror movies do it, and that's where you get that horror feel. This guy's playing the saxophone, doing circular breathing while humming. So there's certain parts in the song you hear people singing, but it's not only is him singing, but it's while he's playing the saxophone too. And I
Okay.
think that's cool. And I think it's something that if you don't know who this composer is, it's definitely worth looking into because he's awesome. Everybody
Wow.
wants to talk about like, Hans Zimmer. He's great, but this guy's doing stuff that's really cool. And if you're a saxophone player, check him out.
Wow. So it's a lot of saxophone music and stuff.
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
a
The way
lot of
they
it's a lot of
use
cool
it.
saxophones.
How would they like with the music in it? How do they use it to build tension? Like where's
See, the thing is that in music you use dissonance to make you feel uncomfortable, and I think that's what this music does. But the whole point of the whole entire movie, when you're watching it, it's a lot of music that just kind of like it just doesn't make it makes you feel like the tension that you don't feel right.
Okay.
But at the end, you finally get that big finish.
Okay.
You know when they go to the
Yeah, because I didn't feel good the entire movie. Like watching the film
at
the very
end
first
though
time.
when that last
Yeah.
score, and it's like everything's like coming together. That's the only time you actually feel like, the music's actually like not too,
Yeah. I
crazy sounding. Not crazy, but crazy in a
I
good way.
I did feel uncomfortable throughout the entire film.
Yeah, man.
Like I felt like there was a constant sense of impending doom the
Yeah.
entire film. And
that's
nothing
cool,
really
right?
Yeah, it doesn't happen. Like nothing really happens right away. Actually, there's quite a bit of time before something really does pop off.
Yeah,
But when
because
it
you just
does-
think it's just family issues, right?
Yeah, it's family issues. It does, but you're watching a horror movie because you're
Yeah.
like, oh, it was hyped up. Like this is the scariest movie since The Exorcist. Blah blah blah. As people are saying stuff, but as it goes along, things are not right. Things are not right with the characters.
Yeah.
With the situation. It's just
No one's
tension.
happy.
No one's happy.
You know, you could just tell from the get go. Like
Yeah.
usually some horror
I'd be
movies.
happy with that treehouse though.
Hell
It was a
yeah,
nice
that's a
treehouse.
nice ass treehouse.
I always wanted a
little
treehouse.
unrealistic in my opinion.
I always wanted a treehouse when I was a
Yeah,
kid.
me too, man. But you know what it is? You know.
I didn't have trees where I lived.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
If there was a tree, there's gonna be something else in that
There's gonna
tree.
be some crackheads in that tree.
Yo, you're just building a house for another. You know,
Yeah.
see all these like crackheads just climbing up. You're like, oh, I can't go there today.
And none of my family wasn't handy. My dad wasn't handy. He wasn't building shit.
My dad's not building me.
No,
nothing.
he's
Yeah.
a treehouse. What do you need that for? You got a regular house, you bastard.
But yeah, that's the thing. Like, I feel like most horror movies, you see the families like happy,
Mm-hmm.
something happens, and then they just start like going through a troubling phase.
Yeah.
This, you could tell they just don't like each other.
Yeah, the family was already unhappy, and then the tragedy happens with the daughter being decapitated right
Yeah.
halfway through the movie, which was crazy shocking.
Do you feel like that was just random? Not like random, but it just happened out of nowhere.
It did, because I thought that character was in it for the entire film.
Me too.
Because they headlined that character as being such an integral part to the movie, which she is,
Yeah.
but they made it seem like she was a very large part of the film in terms of like, this character is going to be our main character and we're going to follow it through her eyes.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. She dies halfway through. That maybe 30% of the movie way through, she dies. She
Kind of
gets
like a
decapitated.
Steven Seagal movie, right? What was that?
Under Siege, I
Yeah, Under
think.
Siege.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Under Siege,
He died like within like 5 minutes.
Or executive decision. My
He
bad.
fell
my
out
bad.
of an
It's no-
airplane, right?
It's an executive decision
I
with
think
Kurt
so.
Russell.
Because
yeah.
he just falls out of an airplane. You're like, wait, what?
You're like,
his
he's
face
dead?
is on.
Yeah.
And you're like, no way, he's dead. And like that too. You're like, okay,
Yeah, executive
pretty
decision.
much that in
Yeah,
Hereditary.
yeah. It's that Hereditary and executive decision are very similar in nature.
But I remember when I saw that part, it scared the shit out of me.
Scared the shit when
because
she
it
gets,
just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, she has
And I was
the
like,
peanut
oh,
allergy.
shit, yeah.
And when you rewatch the movie, it gets even scarier because you're like, why the hell are they making a walnut pie at a teenage birthday party? Right? Why are they making walnut?
Yeah.
Like she's just vigorously chopping these walnuts, and you're like, was it planned from the beginning? Was this cult always impermeated in the entire life of this family? Because I've been to a million parties, house parties. I've never had walnut pie. I've never had
Watch
walnut
the next one.
brownies.
You just see somebody just cutting
Yeah,
it up.
cut
You're
up
like,
walnuts.
we gotta go. We gotta go.
Like it was like there because the whole point of Hereditary is, well, not the point of it, but like one of the aspects of it is that this cult is praying to a demon named Payman.
Yes.
Payman is supposed to give them secrets of life in order to gain wealth and fame, whatever it is. But in order for Payman to be reborn, Payman wants to be into the body of a man, but is inhabiting the body of a woman, of a little girl.
Yeah.
And it's the cult's duty to get that Payman's demon into a man's body. And part of it has to be they have to dispose of the flesh of a woman, the little girl. They have to dispose of her so that Payman can be released and go into someone else. So it feels like when you know that fact and you go back and watch the movie, you're like, who is a part of this cult? How far does this go? How many people are involved?
Especially with cults, man, you never know.
Yeah.
It could go deep. So
It could go
so
deep.
they're where they're born.
Yeah.
Like they could be born and it's already planned.
It's already planned. The doctors,
Yeah.
the people at the
School
funeral
you go to, that kind of
the
stuff,
schools and things like that. So like even the
scary.
teenagers, like they're at the party, were they planning on this character being there, and also poisoning her with the peanuts because they knew about her allergy, and then giving it to her and then letting her eat it so that it could possibly cause this problem. And then when you see the
But the only thing is like how would he know that her head's gonna stick out the window at that time?
yeah, we wouldn't know. But
Yeah.
even if you look at the post,
But she was gonna die regardless.
she was going to die one way or
because
the
he
other.
wasn't gonna make it.
He wasn't going to make it.
And that's why
But-
the mom kept forcing him to take her, right?
yeah. It could be that.
Especially to the party. She's
To
like,
the party,
Make
yeah.
sure you take her. Because
And then you look at the post; it had the symbol of Payman on the post on that.
There's a lot of Easter eggs in this.
A lot
movie,
of Easter
actually.
eggs. Like
It's definitely worth checking out.
Definitely
watching it again.
It's one of my favorite horror movies of all time, top 5.
Top 5 all time.
all time, top 5 all
Damn.
time, easily.
I would say top 10 for me, but
Top
it'd be 6.
6. Okay,
Yeah,
that's good.
top
yeah.
10, yeah. So it'd be close to top 5.
It's easily top 5. It's one or two, honestly.
Damn.
It's 1 or 2, and it's not 2. So it's right there because I think it's perfect. Like you watch it again and again. If you on subsequent viewings, it gets better and better. Like you see like all the naked cultists, like outside of the house in certain scenes.
That's
Like,
true.
when you're
Yeah.
watching scenes of them just at dinner, you'll see like the naked cultists like surrounding.
And it's
the
good though
house.
because you don't see it.
You don't see it. You don't see it at first.
When somebody told me about all these Easter eggs, I remember when I first saw, I was like, I did not see none of this. And then I saw it again. I'm like, how did I miss that? That's crazy.
It's all there in plain sight.
I
all
love
these
that.
little like accoutrements that add up to this
getting me
like,
all worked up
masterful
right now.
thing. Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah.
It's all these little details. Like everything is perfected. Every scene is perfected to make you feel a certain way.
It's kind of like what made Rosemary's Baby scary.
Yeah,
right. It's because you know that they've been planning this from the
gate.
They got the doctor. You had the friends.
Yeah.
They're part of the cult. You know, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's a good. It is like Rosemary's Baby, like in a way.
But
like
just,
it takes,
you know,
it takes little things from here and there. It's like not a totally original idea, right?
Yeah.
But it takes things from Rosemary's Baby. It takes things from Exorcist. It takes things from Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, that's true.
Paranormal Activity have a lot in common with Hereditary in the terms of like.
Well, because they knew what it was about which demon they're dealing with.
Yeah,
right?
it's a different demon. Like with Paranormal Activity, they worship the demon to get wealth.
Yeah.
Right, and then they had to sacrifice something to give the child to get it. So it was the same way in Paranormal Activity, but then in the subsequent like movies of Paranormal Activity, like 2, 3, you start to understand what exactly they had to give up for this demon to grant them this type of wealth. And it's the same thing with Hereditary.
There's a book on that too. You know that, right?
What's
about
the name
demons and I don't want to say this name on this.
You don't want to
channel.
say the book's name?
Oh
Why?
no, because
then
then
that serious?
someone's gonna buy. Apparently, there's a bunch of books.
One of our 14 people is gonna buy it. They're like, what?
And then they're gonna sue us. Hey, I summoned a demon because Hector told me this thing on
we're not telling
Amazon.
you
You know
summon a
what?
demon.
I'll do this. I'll leave the Amazon link on our
affiliate link
on
We have it
this
in our-
on this videos. It's gonna be a link to the Amazon thing. You want to look at it? It's there.
Okay.
But this book tells you pretty much every demon and what they want and how to summon them and stuff like
Oh
that.
hell no! It's on Amazon.
Oh yeah.
Jeff Bezos is telling you how to summon demons. Big
Bro,
surprise!
You'd be surprised what you could buy as books on Amazon.
Really? Wow. That sounds pretty crazy.
I went down a very, very, very dark rabbit hole.
Did you summon a demon?
No, hell no. But I was curious. I just was like, man, you think this is true?
You should try it.
You know?
Try it with like a lesser demon.
Our next video, I'm gonna
We're gonna summon a
I'm gonna do it in Will's basement though.
Yeah, not
not
my
in the
basement.
cabin in the hood. We'll do it here.
Yeah, I don't want to do it here. Just do it somewhere else. Can we rent a Motel 6 and do it there?
That's even worse. I feel like a Motel 6, the demon will be like, hell yeah, this is my kind of my kind of environment.
Could you like summon like a smaller demon, like so that's like not too crazy? Like I just want a sandwich demon.
I
you don't have to give up that much.
There's a Aqua Teen Hunger Force episode about the demon sandwich.
Yeah.
And by the way, what's the real difference between yes, good job. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, that's good.
What's the difference between a motel and a hotel?
Motel, I think, has the doors on the outside. The hotel is on the inside.
No, but what's the real difference?
Hookers.
And murders and stuff like
level
that.
of hooker. You know.
It's like every time I see a motel, I'm just like, there's some dark stuff going on in there.
Yeah. Motels are okay though. You got to go where you got to go. You know. Motel, you're more likely to be murdered in than a hotel.
Yeah.
Unless you're the Overlook Hotel.
I forgot which motel I always pass on this
Motel
major
8?
highway. It's in Edison.
Kings.
No, I have no idea.
Bentley
I just know it has
Motel?
cable and a hot tub. I know that because they're like, hey, we're not safe, but we have cable and a hot tub.
You talking about the Bentley?
I don't
that's
know.
in Woodbridge.
It's across Planet Fitness. Our New Jersey
sure.
people.
I'm not sure about
look
that
it
one.
up. But yeah, every time I see it, I'm just like, there's some dirty stuff going on there. Either
Oh,
dirty
yeah.
or some evil stuff.
Dirty evil. I like that.
Yeah, there you go. Dirty evil.
Dirty evil. Yeah, but like with go back to Hereditary.
Yeah.
It's like that idea of them wanting more out of life by having to summon a demon is just terrifying in itself. But their willingness, the heartbreaking part is their willingness to sacrifice the ones that they love in order to fulfill their greedy ambitions. You know, and that's part of it that scares me too, because you can't pick your family. I think that's the theme of Hereditary.
Yeah.
You can't pick your mom. You can't pick your dad. You can't pick
The situation.
You can't pick the situation.
It's just you're in it.
Yeah, you're in it. You're there, and somebody has already marked you for death. Another Steven Seagal movie, marked for death. They already marked you for death. They already offered you up to an entity to fulfill their own selfish desires.
Yeah.
Which is terrible, because like so many people are dealt a bad hand by being born to shitty parents.
Yeah.
Right. And
especially
this is what happened.
also the situation too. Not just
Yeah.
shitty parents. You're just in a situation where there's nothing you could do.
There's nothing you can do because you're
You're
already
just kind of like, you're just in it.
You're in it.
Unfortunately, it's it's sad, but it's just
It's
sad but true.
It was kind of, and we talked about this in one of the other videos, but Hereditary is the decimation, the systematic decimation of a family. It starts off like the nuclear family, the unit, the mom and dad are married, right? They have the 2 kids, they have the house, they have the careers, they have the money, it's the systematic breakdown and decimation of a family from beginning to start. And I think Ari Aster likes that aspect because if you watch his other movie, it's a short film. We need to talk about the Johnsons. Mm-hmm. It's a film that also takes the traditional family unit and perverts it in a way that it's unexpected.
Yeah.
It's gross. The movie's gross. It's
like Glimmerman.
Yeah. Glimmerman?
Steven
Another
Seagal.
Steven Seagal. And Keen Ivory Wayans. I love that movie. I love that
Let's
movie.
See I want to see how many Steven Seagals we could do this.
We can. But it's not like
that's coming
Glimmerman.
up
But
next.
like, we need to talk about the Johnsons. This is a perversion of a family. If you haven't seen We Need to Talk About the Johnsons, definitely watch that. But trigger warning, it is a very triggering movie. It's an African-American family. And the way that he deconstructs this family and kind of tears it apart from the inside out to create this narrative, and I don't want to spoil it because part of it, I don't really, because it's not We Need to Talk About the Johnsons movie, but I don't want to spoil it because I think the part of the impactfulness of that film is how unexpected it is. But I think he likes doing that. He likes taking the typical family unit, the mother, the mom, the dad, the kids, right?
Yeah, the brother and
the sister, which that's my family. I have a wife and I have 2 kids, a daughter and a son, right? He wants to take that particular family unit that's held in such high regard as being the standard, right? And then ripping apart from the inside out. And that's what Hereditary does. Yeah. It rips it from the inside out without any fault of their own. They did nothing wrong to have this happen to them, which makes it heartbreaking as well as disturbing.
Do you think it's a lot also? Some people I've seen people talk about it like Hereditary is more a mental illness, like that the mom. Let's just say there's no demons in this, right? Mm-hmm. Like it's just the troubling mother dealing with her mental illness, and then the son dealing with it because he did. It's a. I always think how he handled that situation was very bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I can imagine at his age that happened to his baby sister.
Yeah.
And then he's just freaking out. He's just trying to do something, and then he just goes to sleep with the.
I know. I can relate to that because you're like,
what do you do, right? You don't know.
You just killed your baby sister, right?
By accident. You're responsible for.
You were responsible for, and then
a freak accident too.
In a crazy freak accident. And you're like, I could wake up everybody right now and tell them what I did, right? I can say, hey, look, I killed her. We need to do what happened. But he was like, these are the last 8 hours, right? When he goes to sleep and he lays down, this is the last 8 hours of peace ever in my life that I'm ever going to have. This is my last night's sleep that I can have without the constant reminder of the pain that I cause the people I love the most.
Yeah.
And it's like, I kind of get why he just went to sleep.
I can't go to sleep.
No, I couldn't either, but I get why
I
he
would
did
just be like, free. I'd be like, personally for me at the party, I would have called 911.
Yeah. Oh, instead of driving her?
Yeah.
Wasn't it like drugs or something? That's why he took her?
Yeah. But still, I would have been like, I don't care. I'm going down.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, that I think, but like just him dealing with his mom after the fact.
Yeah.
She hates him for it. She's blaming for him. Mm-hmm. Like
she'll always resent him for
it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So dealing with that and then, from that death, she becomes more aggressive towards him, regardless
she starts
of
to let
forgiving
go of all the things, all of the animosity that she held over the years against her son, and all the resentment comes out because she's like, I don't care anymore. It's just going to come out. Yeah. And it's damage. Every time she speaks to him, she's causing more and more pain and damage to him and herself by not holding back her emotions.
Yeah. So I look at Hereditary as 2 ways. One, the way that it is, right, with the demon and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I look at it as it's just a giant metaphor for having a family member who's mentally ill.
Right.
And you're just dealing with it.
Yes.
And it's just a very exaggerated metaphor, but it's just kind of like, you feel like banging your head on the table.
Right.
Like, he's just like so fed up.
Right.
And like,
right.
Just constantly, no matter what.
Yeah.
You're never forgiven. You're hated. That's it. You lost your mom pretty much.
You lost it. You lost your mom and your sister.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part.
And there you go. Yeah. And then the father's just trying to keep everything
together. And he suffers for it.
Yeah.
And I think with the mental illness thing, I'll take it a step even further with that, is that Hereditary, the name Hereditary, right? The mental illness that you potentially can pass on to your children that you're afraid of. Like that's like when I was first having kids, when I first had my first kid, one of the biggest fears of mine is that, we have flaws in ourself, like anger issues, or, maybe you're not the best at a certain thing, or some ailments that you have.
Or if you're not athletic or if you get sick all the time.
Enough, or you get sick, you have autoimmune disease. The fear of passing that down to my kid or creating another human that has some of my deficiencies is one of the biggest fears that I have.
Because we all hope that when you have a kid, your best traits is the only thing that's passed
Right, and it's not true.
No, it's like half and half.
You might get all of them. They might
Yeah,
get
you might get
traits.
like literally only the worst
Yeah,
one.
and I
Yeah.
look at my son, and he has some of my same anger issues.
Yeah.
I look at him, and he gets very irritated and angry the same way I do. And I'm
Yeah.
like, this is what I've passed down to him.
Yeah.
And you try to break those cycles, but sometimes it's just so embedded into the...
Yeah, because it's just who you are.
It's who you are, right? And you
know.
learn how to deal with it, but it's like you're already with these deficiencies. You're already set in a way, right? Just like this family's already set for death.
Yeah. And then the fact that this kid could go to sleep after killing his sister, I mean, accidentally, of course.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's pretty crazy, but I get it. I get it.
That's
get
like
why
the
he did
one
it.
part of the movie I'm just like, I don't know, maybe you could have done it a different way.
No, I get why he did it, though.
Yeah, but it's just crazy.
It is crazy,
I can't
but
imagine, like...
he was in such shock at that point. Like, it just was like, this is
his
all
body
I could
needs
do.
to shut down.
It just needed to shut down. Like, I can't believe what I did. He didn't say any words. He didn't even blink. He walks in the house and then just goes to sleep. And you're like, how could you do that? Because he just... It's an unbelievable situation. It's like getting shot. Like, you don't even believe you get shot. You're like, it feels hot.
That's like, a lot of times people, when they get shot, they're like, did I just get shot? What'd you shoot me with?
Yeah.
They're just so shocked.
They're in shock. They don't know.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like, oh, I got shot. Like, it's like,
And
oh,
they're like,
what is this?
my leg, I've been shot. It's
Yeah.
kind of like, yo, what did you just shoot me
What
with?
is this? This feels hot.
Why am I bleeding? What the hell?
Wait, what is this?
A lot of people say that. It's hot.
Yeah, it's hot. It's just very, very hot. What happened?
Hell yeah, because it just blew out a gun.
I blew out your flesh.
Yeah. But yeah, I have to agree with you. I think Hereditary is, like in the name,
Amazing.
You're passing this
You're
down.
passing it down.
Hereditary-wise.
You're passing the demon or the mental illness.
That's how I look at it both ways. And I feel like the cool thing about this movie, you can't look at it both
You could
ways.
look at it both ways.
The big metaphor is a demon, like summoning and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then they purposely have Easter eggs like
Right.
that.
Mhm.
But then you could see the name of it itself too.
Yeah.
And
I feel like so many other movies are trying to copy off Hereditary. They're trying to
100%.
be Hereditary. Everybody wants to be Hereditary, but they can't be. Because what Hereditary does, it gives you the commentary. It gives you the biting social commentary and the acting and the writing, but it also gives you the candy also. It gives you, at the end, those traditional scares.
Yeah.
It gives you the horror in addition to the drama. And a lot of movies just go drama, no horror at the end.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, whatever. Leave it up to your imagination. This movie does not leave it up to the imagination.
no, it shows you right
Everything.
Yeah, it's on. One thing I did find weird, and it's not the movie, it's that when the movie came out, I would say like a month after, people kept commenting, "Don't eat the pizza. Don't eat the pizza."
Pizza.
And I don't understand that. I remember I never saw Hereditary when it first came out. It took me a while to see it, just
What
because
pizza? What are you
I
talking
don't know,
about?
but I keep seeing a lot of people commenting, "Oh, that's because they ate the pizza. Don't eat the pizza." And I'm like,
What pizza?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. So when I watch Hereditary, in my mind, I'm like, all right, let me wait for this pizza scene. There was no pizza at
guess
all.
there's people
I'm
just
like,
trolling,
what the fuck
right?
is going on? Yeah.
If
So,
you guys know what the pizza scene is, comment
yeah,
below.
explain it to me because
Yeah,
I don't
explain
know.
it,
And
'cause I don't
I
know
actually
either.
went in and it was not a pizza scene at all. There was a scene where I thought it was gonna be a pizza scene. I was like, oh shit, something's
Here's
about to
the
go down with the
pizza.
pizza. Nothing. And there was
Sounds
thousands
like people
of
just
comments.
trolling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's like, oh, don't eat the pizza, this and that. I'm like, what the
Yeah.
hell? There's a pizza scene? Maybe,
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love that. I love Hereditary. I love it from the right until the end.
Let's talk
It's
about
perfect.
the acting too. They're so
Acting's
great.
phenomenal. Toni
the-
Collette,
the-
she should have won an Oscar for that or
I agree.
nominated.
She wasn't nominated, right?
No, nothing.
The movie at all,
Nah, nothing.
which is crazy.
That's crazy.
There's such a stigma for Oscar movies.
Horror
There's
movies,
a lot
right?
of BS, yeah, especially
Yeah.
horror movies. There's a lot of BS going on with the Oscars. I'm very true to the Oscar. I would like to win one day personally,
Oh,
but
ambitious.
for big music, for acting.
Yeah.
As you can see in Itzy, hand.
For your consideration.
Yeah, the movies that they nominate, they're not good. I'm like, I could show you a movie right now better than that.
They're typical, right? They
Yeah,
follow the
it's
same
just-
kind of pattern, right?
Yeah, like, hey, there's this, it's just dumb.
Yeah,
Sometimes,
Hereditary in any stretch of the imagination should have been nominated.
100%.
It's
Why
such
not?
an excellent film.
That
Just because it's a horror film, it gets like, it's just a horror film. But it was critically acclaimed.
till today,
Yeah.
it has us talking about it.
Yeah, we're still talking
You know
about it
what I
now.
mean?
It came out in 2018. Right?
Yeah.
We're still talking about it. Like,
And look at the acting in it. That scene where he's like bashing his head in the desk.
yeah.
That shit look real, and I
Amazing.
was just like, "Yo, you're good, man."
Yeah,
I don't
Gabriel
like
Byrnes.
him. I don't like him in other movies, but
I liked him in Jumanji.
Yeah, he's all right,
He's
bro.
good. He's good
He's
actor.
all right.
He looks sweaty.
I don't
all
like the
time.
new Jumanji. Yeah, he does look sweaty.
It's good, man.
Yeah.
Jumanji's good.
It looks like he doesn't wipe after he shits. Like he just gets up and goes.
Yeah. He's a guy on the run. Okay, he's a guy that gets down to business. Even the little girl, Like,
I saw her TikTok actually.
she has a TikTok?
Yeah, she has a TikTok. She's pretty popular.
Oh, really? I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. You know, she's different looking. Like, you know what I mean? You know, like like people would like that. Like,
She's cool though.
that type of look, like unusual looking people.
Yeah,
Like,
and not in a bad way.
no,
It's
no,
just,
no. Just
she
like,
just
just
has
different.
a.
She looks different.
I want to say exotic. Look.
Yeah, exactly. Like a different type of look. Like those people are pretty popular. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they look they're popular in
Yeah,
terms
because
of like
you know when you see her in person, you'll be like, "Oh shit, are you from Hereditary?"
you're from Hereditary. Like it's not like the homogenous look. She's
Yeah.
she's different. Like
Yeah.
other than other people.
It's something with her nose.
Yeah,
that's what
yeah,
I think.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yeah.
It was sure her performance was great. Gabriel Byrne always does a good performance. Even the lady, I forgot, she was in Cocaine Bear. I forgot her name. The big lady.
Wait, Gabriel is that the dad?
The dad, yeah, Gabriel Byrne.
Yeah, from Stigmata, baby.
Amazing, and others movies. I'm
Yes.
trying to think of another movie.
He's in a lot of
Was he in
movies.
End of Days? Was he the devil?
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was the devil.
Yes,
in
he
End
was.
Of Days. Yeah, amazing.
I was gonna say, but you know, definitely 100%. I'll remember him from Stigmata.
Yeah, he's great. He's great.
I feel like he's always a priest though.
Oh, he's always something. He's either a priest or the devil. usually.
Yeah,
Like,
he's got that look, man.
yeah, he's got that look. He's smooth. No,
Yeah.
the lady from who I think is super underrated. She was from Cocaine Bear. She played
But
the.
who was she in the
She was the person that befriended Tony Collette. The one of the cult leaders. She was big, white lady, looks like a lunch lady, but she's not. You know, she befriended her and got her to summon the.
Is she
demon
from
in the first
Mr.
place.
Deeds?
I don't know if she was in Mr. Deeds. Was she in any Steven Seagal movies? No, did you see Cocaine Bear, the new one? Where
She might be in a Alpha Justice. Maybe she's in that one.
No. Against the Night, maybe? No, she was great though. Like the way she befriended Tony Collette and was like I know it's the writing too, but the way that she was able to play on her vulnerabilities of losing the child and just like get her to slowly, because we knew something was up with that lady, right?
Yeah.
But it works for the film because the way she's able to slowly gain her trust and then break it. Like just like that instantaneously, because there's a greater cause to her. She wants the demon here. That's the greater cause. But if it means sacrificing whoever, lying to whoever, doing whatever, she's willing to do it. That character, you felt warm and trusting with her, but you also didn't trust her. Like that acting is so subtly well done. I wish I knew her name. Hold on, let me look up her name.
Go ahead.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but
look her
like, let's
name
talk
up.
about Toni Collette.
Yeah, Toni Collette, amazing.
Phenomenal. She was in Signs. No, she wasn't.
Nah,
she was in Sixth Sense. If you guys don't remember, she was the mom.
She's
Beautiful.
always been consistently good as an actress.
She's a great actress, man. I think it was another movie. I think she has been nominated for an Oscar. If I'm
I think so
if I am
too.
correct.
I don't know
It
which
definitely
one,
wasn't
though.
for horror, but I don't remember for what. But she's
She's so
phenomenal
versatile,
actress. Yeah,
too.
she is, man.
Yeah.
She has a lot of range. I would not want her as my mom. Let's just say that.
Oh, she seems like a good mom.
Not in this movie.
Not the Hereditary one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm saying Toni Collette. I'd see her.
If she's my mom from Sixth Sense, and I would probably date her too from Sixth Sense, though.
I like her. She has a new movie out. She looks good, man.
Oh, yeah?
In this movie, she has a movie where she's playing like she inherits her dad was a gangster or something like that, and then she inherits his business.
You know what she was in?
What else?
Exit Wounds.
Was she in Exit Wounds with DMX?
Yes, and Steven Seagal.
Oh, Steven Seagal. No, was she in Exit Wounds? She wasn't in Exit Wounds. Was she?
I think so.
No. What'd she play?
Did you know the guy from Wishmaster was in that Stephen King movie?
Which one?
Graveyard Shift.
Witchmaster.
Yeah. I don't know why. I actually saw this. I was watching Graveyard Shift, the Stephen King movie,
Her name is Ann Dowd.
and I saw the beginning part. I was like, oh shit, that's the guy from Wishmaster.
Wishmaster.
And Dow.
And let me see. Was she in Cocaine Bear? I guess she was.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Was it Ann Dowd?
I haven't seen Cocaine Bear yet.
No, she wasn't in Cocaine Bear. She looks like her. Oh no, she wasn't in Cocaine Bear. See, I got
She
it
was
wrong.
in Side Effects.
Side Effects. That's a good movie too.
That is a very good movie.
Yeah, no, Ann Dowd. My bad. That she wasn't the lady from. She looks similar. I think all people look the same. I think all white women look the same. I'm sorry.
Apparently, she's in Contract to Kill.
Oh, okay. No, she was great though. She was great as that person that was able to garner trust. Like that movie is horror movie. To me, I would call that.
Wait, what we're talking about?
Hereditary.
Okay.
Horror movie caviar.
I thought we were talking about something else.
We're talking about Steven Seagal.
Yeah, Contract to Kill. I'm like, that movie sucked.
No, it sucks. No, Steven Seagal. But that's caviar, horror movie caviar. It's meant for the sophisticated horror movie palette.
Because it's a horror
It's not
movie,
for everyone.
right?
It's not for everyone. Because
But
it's
is
not,
it really a horror movie?
Yes. It's a
that's
horror
the
movie
thing
in
about
the
it.
deepest sense of the word. Yes.
I agree. Because there's horror movies you see, it's typical horror stuff. There's movies that have horror aspects, but they're not. This movie is like perfect. It
It's
just
perfect.
stays.
Yeah.
It kind of like it's not a lot of scary monsters in it. And
No,
stuff
there's
like
no
that,
monsters,
but it's implied that's about
it's
the whole
implied.
demon and stuff like that, which is cool.
Horror movie perfection, because all the aspects of what make a movie horror, what make it scary, what make it tense, what make it unforgiving and punishing is in this film. The ending is unrelentingly cruel, and it's absolutely just like, it's unrelentingly cruel in the fact that all of our main characters get wrecked and decimated in the worst ways and in the most disposable ways. Like Toni Collette, our character that we spent the entire film, head gets sawed off with some piano wire, just like that, like nothing. Like it's nothing. Like our characters get discarded like they're trash, because the bigger picture of the film.
Does his dad die?
Yeah, he gets burnt alive.
Oh, I'm trying to remember. I forgot what happened to him.
Yeah, and they all get discarded in some of the most, like, just like whatever ways, because the greater aspect of the film is this cult trying to bring Payman back into human form.
Yeah.
And it's just perfection. I love that movie. It's horrifying. I can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites.
That's the reason why people keep talking about it.
Yeah, that's why we're talking about it now.
Yeah. Which is kind of crazy we haven't talked about it.
I know. It's my fave.
But if you guys haven't heard anything about Colin Stenson, the saxophonist who did the score for this movie, check him out.
What else has he done?
And that's the end of Territory.
That's the end.
I'm gonna be honest with you. So I remember when I watched this movie, I was like, "Yeah, this is a pretty cool score." And when I researched him, I was like, "This guy's badass and awesome." But I don't think he's done a lot of movies yet.
No.
Well,
listen.
Watch Avengers. I'm like, oh,
yeah, he did Avengers Endgame.
I'm like, oh, okay, well there you go. No, that's Danny Elfman.
Yeah, I mean, just basically.
Oh no, it's not. Danny Elfman started it.
Basically, this is the reason why this film, I'm always going to watch an Ari Aster movie, like the new movie he has coming out.
That's what he did, the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Ooh, that movie's terrible.
Yeah.
Was the score any good on that?
No.
But
he did Mayday, The Menu, and
Menu's
and Color Out of Space.
Color Out of Space, that was good too. Right,
Mayday was good too.
It's good. That's good. Menu was good too. But Hereditary is the reason why I'm going to always watch an Ari Aster movie no matter what. The first day, opening day, I'm going to watch it, because he just knocked it out of the park with this movie. This movie is just perfection. Chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Beluga caviar. It gets the chef's kiss. It gets the caviar.
It gets the Steven Seagal.
It gets the Steven Seagal. It gets 9.9 Steven Seagals out of 10.
And that's a lot.
Like this movie,
Steven Seagals now, they're big.
This film, I'd give a 9.8 out of 10.
I would probably give it, this film, just to be fair, probably like a 9.7. I can't give it a 10.
Yeah, no, I don't give any movie a 10. Do you know my ratings? I don't give any movie a 10 ever.
For me, maybe I'd probably do Serpent and Rainbow as 10.
10. Yeah. Did the part in Serpent and Rainbow where the guy pulls his head off and throws it at Bill Pullman? Is that the 10 part?
What would give me, I will give a 10 is Houseu. I love that movie.
I don't give any movie 10s.
I like that movie a lot.
No movie deserves
it's just
a 10.
Fun.
It's fun, but for me, as good as I like a movie, I never give a movie a 10 because...
So Hereditary is number 1 on your list.
It's not number 1, but it's close. It's close.
Is Dawn of the Dead number 1?
Number 1 zombie movie, but not number 1 horror movie. No.
What's your number 1 horror movie?
It's between... I know it's cliche, but it has to be Exorcist.
Well, no, man. A lot of people.
Exorcist,
I've seen a lot of people hate on Exorcist lately. Like everyone's like, it's not that scary. I'm like,
it's scary. Bro.
Yeah, you're crazy, because when that movie came out, it still holds till today.
Yeah, it holds. Like the reason why I give Exorcist over Hereditary is Exorcist is harder to watch for me. It's scarier to me, like in terms of like as a film with monsters and things like that.
But
like, it has
as you said, Hereditary took ideas and
took
like
ideas from
Rosemary's Baby, Exorcist. So these
Paranormal
guys did
Activity,
it.
Don't forget that.
Yeah, that one too.
Yeah.
I mean, these movies, as much you want to say about, like, let's say Blair Witch Project, Paranormal Activity, there's movies that did this for the first time.
Yeah,
like certain things,
like
styles.
I don't like Blair Witch Project. I'll be honest with you.
That shit scared me.
It did. I didn't like. It wasn't scary.
Do you know why it scared me? Because
Why?
I actually believe that was a true story.
Oh, that's why. And it was they
Yeah.
did
See,
the
I was that guy. I was the whole time I was
now-
watching. I was like, I thought it was a true story.
Now that you know it's bullshit, does it still scare you?
No.
Yeah.
I even try to watch it with my kids, and they're 4 and 7.
Yeah.
And we're just laughing the whole time
Yeah.
because we're just.
makes me
the
dizzy.
kids keep laughing about the booger part, and then they wouldn't let it go.
Oh, with the
yeah, and I'm just like the snot coming out. I'm just like,
don't,
all right.
I
let's move
don't
on.
like Blair Witch Project, but I cannot ignore the fact that it has inspired some of the greatest horror movies that we've seen.
Yeah, like that found footage kind of.
Yeah,
stuff.
that found footage was
Yeah.
like you look at a movie called like Hell House LLC.
Okay.
Excellent excellent film, top notch, probably one of the best found footage films. Like Grave Encounters is good too, but Hell House LLC.
Grave Encounters could have been great. I think.
I think it's good. I think it's really good.
I like Grave Encounters, but it's just there's some parts it's just too cheesy for me.
No, it's supposed, but I think it's supposed
I think it's supposed
cheesy.
to be, but I just felt like I like that movie. Don't get me wrong.
I like it too.
Grave Encounters 2, though. Nah.
It's okay. Grave Encounter 3. Is there 3? No, but
there might be.
But Hell House LLC, I think I hold it in very high regard. It's excellent. It's an excellent film. Like the scares in that film are just buttery
realistic.
smooth. It's buttery smooth. It's perfection. And I love upstate New York. I love the aspects of upstate New York, and I like how they incorporate.
What kind of butter though? We're talking about garlic butter.
Like this compound butter, truffle butter.
Damn,
on top of a
that's
ribeye
good.
steak. It's just like it's like grass-fed Kerrygold butter, baby. It's like
damn, that's
delicious.
Some good ass butter.
Like yeah. Like the the scares in this movie in Hell House LLC are excellent. They're perfection. But Hell House LLC would not exist without Blair Witch Project.
See, that's the thing about Blair Witch Project.
Yeah.
I feel like that's why I liked it, because I remember when I watched it, I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. They actually went through this.
Yeah.
When I found out it was BS, I was like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
But
it paved the way for
it
the,
did.
for the better movies.
There's always going to be movies that are like not the best, but they pave way for great movies.
Pave the way for great movies, and you have to give them their flowers.
And that's the thing about The Exorcist, is that not only was it a great movie,
it created,
and for no reason they're like, hey, let's make this young guy into look like an old priest, just to show off my makeup effects.
Yeah.
So there's so much stuff to The Exorcist that makes it great.
And The Exorcist makeup for Reagan has been unmatched. Like we've seen some. There's a new Exorcist movie coming out, the Pope's Exorcist with we're going to do a review on that on coming up soon with Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
Even with the makeup in that film, you're like, there's nothing that compares to the Exorcist makeup. It's still the scariest to this day of all Exorcist films.
That's because people are just like, they just want to do the CGI look. Yeah. Or even when they do makeup, like if you look at like the remake Evil Dead, right? Mm-hmm. If you see the way the faces and stuff like that, that's cool.
Yeah, it's practical.
Exactly. Practical effects is cool. But then people just go for the CGI kind of like cheesy way. I hate that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I mean, and pay these guys, these artists who do the practical effects.
Yeah, they're lazy. They want to crank them out.
Yeah, but they're awesome though. These effects guys, like there was a show called Face Off. You ever see that?
I did. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, it was good. That was a good show.
My favorite guy was Sig Neutron.
Oh, that was the guy that did the.
He always wore like a sailor hat. He's cool, man. I don't know if you guys ever checked out his videos. He had this one video where he was, I think he was like a cinnamon bun or a lollipop, and he would do these raps, and they were pretty. I was like, I actually like this song. I was like, wow, he did a Thanksgiving thing. It was funny too. Yeah. But he was one of my favorite guys. But guys like him, for some reason, I don't know why they don't use in movies.
Yeah,
because everyone that's more
too much time and too much money.
There you go.
But that's our thoughts on Hereditary, one of our favorites.
Yes.
And we just want to talk. This was our series of talking about some of our favorite films and just doing a deep dive into saying why the things we liked about it and, why we hold it in such high regard. But have you seen Hereditary? What do you think of it? Let us know in the comments below. What's your scariest movie?
And also, what kind of butter you're into?
Yeah, what's your favorite kind of butter?
Not peanut butter. We're talking about butter.
Grass-fed butter. It's like $10 for 4 sticks. Incredible.
No, I can't believe it's not butter guy.
What? That's not butter.
Yeah,
There's so many chemicals in that. It's terrible.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Margarine is not as horrible for you.
Explains my hemorrhoids, man.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, you got to get the real butter, dude. Yeah, tastes better. It's better.
Not truffle butter though, right?
On one occasion, on special occasions. Let us know what's your favorite. What do you think of Hereditary down below? Click the like button. Smash that like button. Baby.
Also, if you got recommendations. We probably have never seen it. Who knows?
Yeah, give us a recommendation.
We don't see every single movie that comes out.
We'll talk about movies with you. You can come on here and we'll talk about it with you too.
Just not Nope.
Not Nope.
Not yet.
Not yet. Subscribe to this video. Share this video. Click the like button. Click the notification bell for more. And follow us if you like to hear about horror movies, reviews, analysis, and the like. That's what we do. We love talking about that stuff, and we hope you do too.
And we love you.
We do. Terror Talk out.